Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Truth and Heart Unfiltered with Pam Glenn. I just have a couple quick reminders to get us started. I encourage you all to subscribe and turn on the notifications for this YouTube channel because I have many more posts to come focused on the topic of relationship abuse. And second, it's important to acknowledge that the content of these videos does include topics of trauma. And if watching these videos is triggering for any of you, please feel free to just turn the video off and most importantly, take care of yourself. So this post begins the first of many, naming and defining each specific abusive behavior, one behavior at a time and one post at a time. And as I mentioned in my previous post, for each specific behavior that I define, I'm also going to present what I call on the flip side, which identifies the healthy alternative to the abusive behavior. So let's begin with what's called isolation. Isolation is often the first behavior we see when a relationship is becoming abusive. Isolation is an early red flag warning sign that this relationship is going down the path of abuse. So what is isolation? This is where the abuser uses a variety of tactics to isolate their partner from family, from friends, maybe even from activities they normally love to do. So how does the abuser use these tactics? Well, it can vary from person to person and relationship to relationship, but let me give you a few examples. It may be a teen girl who says to her boyfriend, "I don't want you going out for the wrestling team this year. That means we're not going to have hardly any time together." Or it may be someone who stirs up and creates tension for the partner, between the partner and their family and friends. The abuser may find ways to separate their partner from their family and friends, from the important people in their life, from their support system. The partner may end up even being estranged from their family, for example. On another note, the abuser may discourage or even prevent their partner from doing activities that the partner normally loves to do. And this might be anything from theater activities, art, music classes, working out at the gym, biking, whatever the case might be, it can be anything. So what's another way that the abuser isolates their partner from their family and friends? The abuser may monopolize all of their partner's time. And I learned this from a patient of mine long ago. She was in her early 40s and she was in for a health visit. And she shared with me that she had just gotten out of a very long and abusive relationship with her boyfriend. She shared with me a lot of examples of what happened, and she had great insight into how she ended up in this relationship. I asked her at one point, "Can you describe to me how he isolated you?" And she immediately knew what I was talking about. She said, "Oh yeah." She said, "Every time I wanted to hang out with my girlfriends or hang out with my family, have an evening with my family, he would say to me, 'Oh, I don't want you hanging out with them tonight. I love you so much. I just want to be with you all the time.'" Now that initially can sound very flattering, and of course we want to spend time with the person we love. But when it's taken to the extreme, to the nth degree, that the partner is discouraged from keeping up the important relationships in their life, they're not allowed to spend time with family and friends anymore, this is where the abuser ends up monopolizing all of their partner's time. Now, this patient of mine explained further. She said, when this started to happen, she did stay home with her boyfriend. She wasn't spending time with her family, and they were getting very frustrated with her. Her friends were also getting frustrated, and they eventually stopped calling her. They were tired of her declining to go out and hang out with them. She shared that she eventually lost so many of these friends. She lost her support system, and there was a lot of strain with her and her family. So another way that isolation can play out is this. The abuser may actually deprive their partner of money, of transportation, maybe even access to health care, and this can further isolate them in a whole nother way. So to summarize these tactics of isolation, isolating their partner from their support system, their family and friends, ends up allowing the abuser to then have more power and control over their partner. Now, on the flip side, Let's talk about the positive, the healthy alternative. Rather than isolating a partner from their family and friends, it's so much healthier for someone to embrace their family and friends, and as a result, develop new relationships and deep friendships. And this, of course, can lead to a multitude of benefits that come from having positive, healthy, and meaningful relationships. And instead of discouraging their partner from participating in activities they love, encouraging and supporting their partner, which can be totally enriching for both people in the relationship. So I have a question for all of you. Have you seen isolation play out in a relationship that you're aware of? If so, I would love to hear from you. I would love to have you add your thoughts, your experiences, your aha moments in the comments section of my post. But please be careful not to use names or any identifiers. But it would be great to share this information because I do believe we all learn from each other. My next post is going to examine and explore another abusive behavior, and I call it rushing the relationship. So please look forward to my next post, which will be coming out soon. As always, I encourage you to share this YouTube channel link with all the other important people in your life, because you just never know who may be positively and significantly impacted by this important information. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you on my next post. Take care.